I'll go with that for the time being. So we've got the shape that we like, expands out as a nice explosion. Another thing we can do is we can go back to Afterburn, and what we can do next is go to particle velocity, and we can set this to stretch based on the particle velocity. So this means I could set the stretch, like I'll set this something extreme for the time being just so we can get a better idea. I set it to 11, and what happens is based on the particle velocity it's actually stretching the shape of the particle, so that way if it shoots out really quick it's going to create like a bit of a streak rather than being a perfect sphere. So something like that can be very useful for creating a bit of an explosion. And depending on the speed that we want this to happen, this can be very useful. What I can also do is right click and choose enable and set this to 0, and that way what will happen is it'll start out to stretch a lot and then not as much towards the end. I can even click on the ramp if I like and do test this to see whether your system needs it, but I can make it stay stretched a bit and then it becomes a lot less stretched. And so the end result is something like this, where we get particle shootout at a little bit stretched. I can set this to really like a high value, and we can see right away that now it shoots out a lot more and we get that streak. So we just got to find a value that kind of works. So this could work. It does stretch out, it looks good, and then we want it to kind of die off a little bit. So make this die a little bit sooner. Alright, so so far we've just been working on the shape, trying to get the shape to work really well. At this stage let's start looking at creating the shader.